Some days pass like any other, but one day can rewrite your entire life. This is a story about a boy who had nothing but a promise in his heart, a father who had nothing but hope in his eyes, and a stranger whose small kindness became the turning point of a destiny. When life takes everything away, what keeps a person moving forward? Sometimes it's not money, not power. Just one simple act of humanity that plants a seed for a miracle. This story will remind you that even the smallest help, given at the right time, can echo through years and return in ways no one could ever imagine. A calendar changes its date every day, but sometimes one date changes a life forever. This is the story of Rohit, a boy born into deep poverty. When he was only 6 years old, he lost his mother. From that day on, his world became just him and his father. His father worked long hours in a steel factory, earning barely enough to survive. Still, no matter how hard life became, he made one thing certain: Rohit would go to school. He skipped meals, saved every rupee, and paid his son's fees. Carrying a dream far bigger than their tiny home, by the age of 13, Rohit had already learned to live like an adult. He woke up before sunrise, cooked simple meals, cleaned the house, and then went to school while his father went to the factory. Life was tough, but they never complained. One evening, his father returned home to find their hut filled with smoke. The wet wood Rohit was using wouldn't burn properly, and Rohit was coughing badly, his eyes red with tears. His father pulled him outside in panic. "Why did you start cooking? I could have done it today," he said. Rohit smiled softly. "You work all day, father. You're tired. I come home early, so I'll cook from now on." Touched, his father decided to make that night special. It was salary day. They went out to eat, a rare moment of happiness in their hard lives. Rohit was not only responsible, but also brilliant. Despite all the housework, he always topped his class. His father dreamed of seeing him become a doctor, and Rohit promised himself he would make that dream come true. Then came the day that shattered everything at the factory. A heavy iron slab fell on his father's hands. The injury was so severe that doctors had no choice but to amputate both of them. After months in the hospital, his father returned home broken not just in body, but in spirit. "I lost your mother. And now my hands," he said in despair. "I only wanted to see you become a doctor, but that dream feels impossible now." Rohit held him close and said with quiet strength, "Don't worry, father. Your dream is still alive. I promise, no matter how hard it gets, I will become a doctor." From that day on, Rohit carried the weight of the world on his young shoulders. He studied in the mornings, went to school, and after classes, he sold soap door to door for a company. Whatever little money he earned went toward food and school fees. On weekends, he sold soap all day long. One terrible week, not a single bar was sold. He was exhausted, hungry, and heartbroken. It was the last day to submit his college admission form, and he still had no money. As evening fell, he reached one final house, thinking, if nothing else, I'll at least ask for some food. A kind woman opened the door. Seeing his pale face, she said, "You look very hungry. First, eat these biscuits and drink some water." After he ate, she gently asked about him. Rohit told her everything about passing 12th grade, selling soap, and not having the admission fee. "How much do you need, son?" she asked. 500 rupees, he whispered. She went inside, returned, and placed the money in his hands. "Take this. Go and fill your form." Rohit couldn't believe it. With tears in his eyes, he thanked her again and again and ran to secure his admission. That small act saved his future. Years passed through endless struggle and determination. Rohit became a respected doctor and even opened his own nursing home. His father's dream had come true. One day, critical patient was brought in, an elderly woman in the final stage of tuberculosis. One lung was badly damaged and she had no family to support her. Rohit ordered immediate treatment. "Sir," his junior doctor hesitated, "this will cost a lot." "I don't think she can afford it." Rohit replied firmly, "Money is not more important than life. Admit her now." For 2 months, Rohit ensured she received the best care. He personally checked on her day and night until she finally recovered. When she was ready to leave, a nurse handed her an envelope. The woman trembled. "How will I pay this bill?" she thought. But when she opened it, there was no bill, only a note. "Your treatment was already paid long ago, with the 500 rupees you once gave to a boy selling soap. That boy is now a doctor, and he is the one who saved your life. This is just a small return for your kindness." Tears rolled down her face. At that moment, Rohit walked in and smiled. "Yes, ma'am. I am that same boy. That day, you didn't just give me money, you gave me a future. Today, I only returned a part of your kindness." The woman cried, not in pain, but in awe of how her small act had come back as a miracle. This is the power of kindness. A father's sacrifice, a boy's determination, and a stranger's generosity together changed a life forever. When we help someone without expecting anything in return, we may be shaping a future greater than we can ever imagine. Never underestimate small acts of kindness. They have the power to change the world. If this story touched your heart, don't let the lesson stop here. Like this video to support stories that spread hope and humanity. Comment below. Do you believe small kindness can change lives? Share this story with someone who needs a reminder that good still exists. And subscribe to our channel for more emotional, motivational stories that inspire strength, gratitude, and purpose. Remember, you may never know how big an impact your small help can make. Be kind, stay humble, and keep spreading light.